Mangalakala Sambhavitena Spuradhamna Karunavichasura Sindhuna Bhaktanam Prabhava Prasamhriti Jara Ragadirogaha Shanal Shandim Yandi Jagat Prathana Bishache Tasmai Parasmai Nama. My humble pranam to one and all. I'm very thankful for giving me a chance to share my knowledge with you people. I'm also very happy to hear that you are conducting a series of Parayana of Dasaratna Samuchaya, the very clinically oriented Rasashastra Grantha. The need of the hour is to make the Rasashastra clinical. That is the importance. Now what we are doing, we are preparing so many medicines and keeping so much things into the shelf. But from the shelf, it is not coming to the clinics. If you visit a department of Rasashastra in any Ayurveda college, you can see they prepare Potali Kalpa, Kupi Pakurasa and everything. But they will keep beautifully labeled in the shelves, but it's not coming to the prescription stage. So that is very, very much unlucky for the Rasa people. That's why the CCIM categorized Rasashastra as a paramedical subject. It's not a clinical subject now. So we have to work hard to convince those people, no, Rasashastra is very much clinical. It is the core of Ayurvedic treatment. Whenever you feel that the herbal medicine, the Panchakarma therapy is inadequate to deal the situation of a patient, then you can switch over to Rasashastra. That says our acharyas. So that we have to prove. That is the main task that we have to carry now. So I'm very happy. Now I'm talking about the relevancy of Rasa in Rasashastra. So first of all, you should know what is the difference between the general treatment and Rasa treatment. Since many years, we are not looking into the basic concepts of Rasashastra. Mostly people don't aware about this and not people are discussing about it. Why Rasa came into the axis of this science? Why Abra is secondary, Gandhaka is secondary, main thing is Rasa. What is the Rasa treatment what is the difference between Rasa treatment and the herbal therapy? So I'm making some concepts in front of you people. You discuss this matter very much. Anyway, you are reading the first chapter of Dasaratna Samuchaya. It is packed with the philosophy of Rasashastra. So it's very difficult to identify, understand that first chapter because it's the core of Rasashastra. The thought process of Rasashastra is embedded in the first chapter. If you know that one, it's very easy to go to the next chapters. You know, the basic philosophy of Rasashastra is Tantra. We can say the medical school, that is the Charaka schools, carries Nyaya and Vaisheshika as its basic thought process. That means it's the logistics. Logics. So many logics are there because depending upon the so many logics, Charaka narrates the total science, total wisdom. When you are coming to the Sushruta, in spite of logics, he's depending upon most more Sankhya. Sankhya means basically, roughly you can say it's a numerical data. For a surgeon, it is very much essential. More than logistic, a surgeon need numerical data. Specify that the core of disease, where exactly it's been pointed, and there he had to intervene. So Sushruta needs Sankhya. Why Rasashastra selected Tantra? That is important. I think, suppose we got a complicated case in Charaka school or Sushruta school, what they are doing? First of all, they are giving Snehabana for making the clash of dosha. Then Swedana to drag the toxins, the doshas to the gut, main gut. Then from there, They are adopting so many cleansing programs at Swamana, Virechana, Nasya, and Gandush, so many things, about 60 varieties to the Sushruta. And among them, 5 modalities are so prominent in the treatment. So it's called Panchakarma. So that is adopted in that Charaka's course mainly. So they are cleansing the body. First of all, the dosha, the vitiated dosha is cleansing from the body. Then they are going for Pachana to correct the rest of dosha. Then after Pachana, the disease will come down. Then they will go for Rasayana treatment. Chanaprasha, Vasishta Rasayana, many Rasayanas to rejuvenate the body so that in future the dosha may not vitiate. That is their methodology. So from periphery, they are going inner core to the body. Whereas in the Rasashastra, it is thought that what is the when a patient is going to the complicated stage, critical stage, in our term we call it prana apaya, apaya of prana. When a patient is coming to the critical stage, first is come to madavastha, delirium like that, then murchavastha, then sannyasa avastha. In sannyasa avastha means that coma stage, where the indriyas are not at all performing its duties. So all the indriyas came back to the prana, manas. Then in Ashtanga Sangraha, they used another term called mana pralaya. Mana is a dissolving into the prana. Prana is the vata. So what we have to do in such a stage, you have to protect the prana of the patient. Then only you can save the life. In critical stage, that's what we need. So how to protect the prana? How to nourish the prana? If you want to nourish the prana, if you want to nourish anything according to the Ayurveda, according to the Samanya Vishesha Siddhanta, we need such a material which is having the same property. Same guna will increase, Viparita guna will decrease. So same guna. So they started their search and they found out mercury is such a thing, very much similar to prana. What is a speciality property of prana? We cannot catch the prana. Navaidya prabhurayuhu, Ayurveda says. When prana is escaping from the body, we cannot catch it. The movement of prana is vivid. In the body, when it comes for the study purpose, we classified prana into pancha prana, that is prana, apana, udana, samana, like that. In some aspect, this is dividing into 10 pranas, Kurma, Dhananjaya, like that. 10 pranas. So the captain of this 10 pranas are prana. So if you catch the prana, all the pancha prana, dasha prana will accompany. If the vata is strong, Vagbhada says, Pittam pangu, kapham pangu, pangavo maradhatava, vayuna yatra niyande, tatra gacchandi meghavat. If you control the prana in the body, pitta and kapha will follow vata. If vata, pitta, kapha in balanced state, saptadhatu will be under control. Saptadhatu will maintain its equilibrium. If Tridosha and Saptadhatu is in equilibrium state, the malas also will be controlled. So, dosha dhatu mala moolam hi shariraha. This is not body, nothing but. So, from Rasa Shastra point of view, what we are doing, we are coming from inner core of the body to the outside. Whereas in Panchakarma therapy, in herbal therapy, they are going from they are purifying the body, and they are last they are going purifying the prana. But in acute stage, in critical stage, this type of panchakarma therapy we cannot done. In coma stage of patient, we cannot give snehapana, we cannot do the vamana. So what we have to pranakamiyam is demanding there to control the prana directly. So we have the rasa. Rasa is described as in the first chapter you might have read that rasa is having 5 type of gadis. The last one is the Jivagati. Andadi Vichar Nishkramet. Jivagati is narrated like that, how the prana is escaping from the anda, that's the body. Like that, mercury is moving. If you kept the mercury in a bottle and tied the cork very well and kept in the fridge, even though after 1 year, if you measure the volume, it may decrease. So it will escape. The mercury is showing vivid nature. So it's very difficult to study about the mercury. Suppose you are studying about the gold. Suppose you are studying at the bala, any herb, bala, guluchi, kiratatikta like herb. They have one set of particular gunas, one set of karmas. If you study this particular karma and guna, you can use that herb effectively in the body. If you know the gunas of guluchi, if you know the guna of karma of guluchi, you can use guluchi effectively wherever it is necessary. If you know the properties of sorna, gold, properties of the gold, then karma, dosha karma, karma of the gold, you can use that gold effectively. But as far as the mercury is concerned, mercury is showing vivid a set of properties, a set of karmas in different stages. So how to study mercury? So we found out another way to study mercury, to utilize mercury. We classified the stages of mercury as bandhana. Different state of bandhana, mercury perform different qualities, different of dosha karma, different gunas. So we have 25 types of bandhanas. Each bandhana behave in different way. That is why how we studied about the mercury. Kajali, you know, Kajali is Sara, but Parpadi is Grahi. It is another stage of bandhana. First of all, we will get raw mercury. Then that mercury will be purified with 8 samskaras, ashta samskaras. So at that time, it's called Arotabadha. What is the effect of Arotabadha? In Arotabadha, it's narrated that, described that, Kshetrigarane Sreshtaha, Shanair Vyadhi Vinashana. It is very helpful for cleansing the body. Kshetrigarane Sreshtaha. Kshetrigarana means cleansing the body. Kshetrigarane Sreshtaha, Shanair Vyadhi Vinashana. It will heal the disease very slowly. So this purified Ashta Samskar, the mercury, when mixed with the sulfur and prepared by grinding, titrating, grinding, made the Kajali. It is Kajali Baddha. What is the mannerism of Kajali Baddha? It is Sara. And it is Yogavahi. Then that particular Kajali, if you heat it a little bit, it will attain another stage of Baddha called Pauta Baddha. Pauta Baddha is very different habits, very different properties. It is Grahi. When the Kajali is Sara, it is working mainly on Apana. When it's Grahi, that Parpadi is working in Samana. In Grahani, it is very effective. When the Kajali is put in glass flask and sublimated, repeated sublimation, first we are allowing the extra sulfur to go outside in the form of sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide, and the rest of 1 part of Gandhaka and 6 part of mercury combined together to form red sulfate of mercury, and we will sublime it into the flask, the glass flask, upper part of the glass flask, what we call rasa sindhura. That is the jarata bandha of mercury. It's a bandhana process where we made so many heat to sublime the mercury. So it's working in the chest part of the body, little bit upper part, high pachana. See, the mannerism is changed. Total property is changed. When we are mixing with rasa, gandhaka, and swarna, titrating with the juices and going for sublimation procedure in the flask, called Kopi Pakwa Rasayana, we go with Makaradhwaja. What is the importance of Makaradhwaja? This gold and silver, these two things we call bija. Bija of mercury, which give more strength to the mercury, which give Mugholpada in mercury, which make mercury highly adaptable to other metals like Abhrasatwa, Swarnamakshika Sattva, like that, when you add gold into that one. Mukhikarana process. So that type of Makaradhwaja Nirmana state, mercury is called Sabija Baddha. What is the qualities of Sabija Baddha? You read the Bandhana. 25 Bandhana is narrated in Rasarata Samuchaya. So in that different state, I mean to say, mercury we cannot consider as a single drug. To study mercury, what we made is we made 25 stages, 25 types of bandhanas. Each bandhana is working in the body in different manner. Mainly mercury is coming directly into the prana and correcting the prana. So the correction of prana will make balance through doshas. And through dosha to saptadadu, saptadasu into mala. That is the way. So the prana in Vata Kalakaliya chapter Charaka told, Vayureva Bhagavaniti Prabhavascha Vyascha. Actually, the God is nothing but the prana, Vayu. Because the body is emerging from the prana, Vayu, and it's sublime to the prana. So Sudha says, Shuddhe Shuklartave Sattvaha, so karma klesha choditaha garbha sampadyadeya yukti vashad agni nivarino. How a baby is developing. When the purified, pure bijas, that is the shukla, the semen and ovum combining together, at that time, prana is coming from outside. Sattvaha, it's coming from. Sattva means when the manas combined with the prana, it's called sattva. For Shuddha prana, we call Shiva. In Tamil, there is a word called Vashi. Vashi means Vayu, prana. You see, you repeat the word Vashi, 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 it will change into Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. Shiva is nothing but prana. In Tantra, it is mentioned that Shiva has got 5 faces. Aghora, Tatpurusha, Sadyojada, Vamadeva, like that. The same Panchamukhas of Shiva, when comes to the Ayurveda, we called it as Panchapranas, Apana, Samana, Vyana, like that. That's why we called Mercury is Shiva Bija. Why it is Shiva Bija? What is the utility of a Bija? For what purpose we are using the Bijas of plants? If you want to culture a plant, you need the seed. So if a patient is in coma state, we call it prana apaya. There is no prana. Prana is diminished in the body. The power of the prana is diminished in the body where you want to nurture the prana, culture the prana. If you want to culture the prana, you need the seed of the prana. Seed of the prana is nothing but the mercury. Shiva Bija. So if you give Shiva Bija into the patient, it will culture in the body, it will increase the volume of Vata there. It will cultivate the prana in the body. So that way we can tackle the prana apaya. We are not allowing the prana to go outside of the body. That's why we can protect the body. But the here main hurdle is Mercury has identified with 12 types of toxicities we call Parada dosha. Nowadays, many people say, no, oh, the higher metal, heavy metal, which is making damage to the kidney. Mercury is highly toxic. Don't use mercury. According to Rasa Shastra, everything is poisonous things in the world. Everything, even breast milk is poisonous. Whenever you want to use as a medicine, you have to purify it. If you want to use high dose of breast milk, you have to purify it with ginger juice, Ayurveda says. In some conditions, we are using breast milk also as a medicine. So at that time, you have to purify the breast milk with ginger juice. Everything is poisonous. That condition applies. In the nephrotic syndrome patient, plain water is toxic. If he is taking 5 liters of water per day, he will die. So that plain water is toxic. So what is making non-toxic? Your logic, your administration logic. Administration logic of drugs is very super in Ayurveda compared to modern medicine, I can say. That's why we are able to administrate even high toxic heavy metals, lead, mercury, sulfur, arsenic safely into the human body. We have the logic. Anandagandha says, Visham yuktya amritam devi, tad ayuktya vishamevacha, tasmad yuktya visham sevyam, ayuktya nakadachana. You have to use the toxins with the logics. What is the logic? First of all, this type of materials, we are purifying these things. After purification, we are going for so many processes for the drug drafting, drug manufacturing. After so many transformation, this raw material, mercury, raw mercury is changing to drug. That is our logics. With the so many logics, we founded the drug drafting technology, pharmaceutical procedures. That is one logic. Another logic is posology, our dose fixation. Our dose fixation is not just depending upon the body weight. Our dose fixation depends upon the 10 factors. Dosham, dushyam, balam, kalam, analam, prakritim, vaya, sattvam, satmyam, tadha, akharam, avastha, cha, pratak, vidha. These are the 10 factors. Depending upon the 10 factors, we are fixing the dose. That's why dose fixation is a very complicated procedure in Ayurveda. Ayurveda says, matraya bhakshidam shvedam amritam bhavati priye. Matra hite vararohe amritam ki visham bhaved. Matraya bhakshidam. If you are taking the toxin in a particular dose, it is nectar. If you are taking nectar, even high dose, it is toxic. So, the drug is logically administered poison. What is the difference between drug and food? Chakrapani says, rasam. Rasapradhanam aharam, viryaprasanam aushadham. Ahara, we need the rasas. Shadrasam madhuraprayam says. Aharam, how the ahara should be. Should be with the shad rasas and madhura praya means more madhura in rasa, but we have to include all rasa, shad rasas. Considering the drug, it should be potent. It should be viryavan. The viryam means it is the karma kushalata, that is the effect of material, viryam. When you are trying to increase the viryam of a particular material, we can see that slowly it is changing to the toxic level. So dose is coming as a prominent one here.
Sorry, sir, just a moment. Just a moment. I think sir has muted himself. Sir, please check your. It's.
Okay, now audible?
Yes, sir. It's audible.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, can I continue now?
Yes, sir. Please.
Okay. So, see, Leshuna Kshira is a very good drug mentioned in our different disease stages, especially in Vridhrasi and Vridhi and Gulma. It's very good. In Vishamajwara, it is good. But first it says when you combine the Leshuna with the milk, it is Viruddha. Viruddha develops poisons. Poison develops a virya. So here the developed poison, virya, is used as a drug in Ayurvedic technology. So drug is poisonous if it is not used proper way. The Dirgha Jivati Adhyaya of Charaka Samhita says what is the nature of a drug, how you should be cautious when you are adopting a drug into the human body. Then only Charaka narrates rest of the treatment. First of all, Charaka narrates why, what is the relevancy he has to describe this thing, because the physician should be aware about the potency of the drug. The misused drug will turn into poisonous drugs. Should be aware. So Charaka says, Yatha Visham, Yatha Shastram, Yatha Gini Ashanir Yatha, Tathausatam Abhijnatam. If a drug is not known to you, it is toxic. Vijnatam Amritam Tatha. If it's known to you, it is nectar. So the particular drug is not nectar, drug is not poisonous. Your knowledge, if you are well knowledge about the drug, you can utilize it properly with a specific dose, with a specific logic. So it will work in the body as a nectar. Otherwise, it is poisonous. Yatha Visham, Yatha Shastram, Yatha Agni, Ashanir Yatha, Tathaushadam Avijnatam, Vijnatam Amritam Tatha, Aushadham Hyanabhijnatam, Nama Rupa Gunaistrabhi. You should know Nama, Rupa, and Guna of the Aushadha. Vijnatam cha api duryuktam anartham chopapadyate. If you know well about a drug and you misused, you abuse the drug, it will cause side effects. It's not the flow of the science. Vijnatam amritam tatha. Yogadapi visham tishnam uttamam bheshajam bhaved. If you are perfectly combining so many things with logic, you can draft very good drugs out of poisonous things even. Charaka says. That's what we're doing in Rasa Shastra. So that is Yukti. Yukti is the logic, how to administer the drug, toxic drug safely into the human body. Then Ayurveda is, we are considering the season. In a particular season, we are not giving particular drug. In Bhallataka especially, we are not giving Grishma Ratu. Bhallataka, we are not administrating in Pitta Prakriti. In Pitta Prakriti, person better to avoid all sulfur drugs. Gandhaka. If you are giving sulfur drugs, should be accompanied with milk to minimize its pitta prakopa property. It's not rice. When you adopt rasa drugs, kakaradi varga is there, you have to adopt. Among the kakaradi gana, two group of drugs are there. One group which are most pitta prakopa. So if you are giving this thing along with the rasa medicine, it will aggravate more pitta, which develop into toxicity in the body. One group is actually the antidote of the mercury. So if you are using this antidotes, example Kushmanda, if you are giving Siddhamakaradaja along with if you are using Kushmanda, you will not get the required result in the body because Kushmanda is the antidote of mercury. So such should be avoided. So it's coming under Kakaradi Gana. So that is the logic of administration of the drug. And at last, Ayurveda says, this is the antidotes of this thing. If you misuse this drug, you can use antidotes. Help of antidotes are there. If it's with any sort of flow, any problems coming to the human body, you can use antidotes to tackle that problem. So this much we have when we are adopting a toxic material as a drug in the human body. That's why administration of toxic metals, heavy metals, are not causing trouble to the human body. So I narrated why rasa is the main axis of this science, because rasa only can protect the prana. Rest of the rasas, maharasa, uparasa, sadharana rasa, all these rasas are used to boost the potency of mercury. When with the kajjali, you added so many things, abrabhasma, lohabhasma, tamrabhasma, kugulu, chitraka, and triphala, and shilajatu, and mixed with the nimbaswarasa, is formed into a tablet called Arogyavardhini, which is Pitta Shamana in nature. So this Kajali, this Rasa medicine working is augmenting the effect of all this medicine. When the same Kajali is mixed with the Trigadu, ginger juice, titerated with the ginger juice, Lasuna, etc., it's making to Atipachana called Surya Prabhavati, which is very good in Navajora. So that is Kabhashamana, maybe sometime Pitta Prakopana. Same Kajali. So Kajali is Yogavahi. Kajali is Yogavahi. So what is the difference? He had the question is a relevant question. What is the difference between the Ashta Samskara? Ashta Samskara is essential when you are going for purification of mercury. That is my opinion. Some texts are suggesting that instead you can go for some Hingolotha Parada. We are taking Ashta Samskara Parada, Hingolotha Parada for the preparation of medicine sometime, and Samanya Shuddha Parada. According to me, we should go for Ashta Samskara whenever you are using mercury. Otherwise, you cannot give this into the infants, you cannot give into the pregnant ladies, you cannot give into continuously, because some sort of toxic effect will be there. Hingulata Parada means it's once compared, see, in India, Hingula is not coming as such. We are not getting this mineral cinnabar. We are getting mercury, and chemically we are preparing cinnabar here. That is the recipe of mercury, Hingula. Then from that cinnabar, we are extracting mercury, so that what we have done here, we are done a Gandhaka Jarana according to terms of Rasa Shastra. So collect a raw mercury and go for Gandhaka Jarana, one Gandhaka Jarana, that is the Hingulota Bharata. With single Gandhaka Jarana, we cannot remove all the 12 doshas from the body. It's sure. Because Mardana, Murchana, Uttapana, Jodhana, Deepana, all Ashta Samskaras, removing different doshas. Asahya Agni dosham, so many doshas are. So Ashta Samskara, we have to insist Ashta dosha Samskara. We have to play with the safe mode now.
Sorry, sir, to interrupt between. Sir, we can join back. Sir, it will end in a while, so we can join it back, sir. Please join from the same link.
Okay. Same link?
Ji, sir, same link.
Yes, sir.